I don't have a question. I just have a statement. I can tell folks one of the things that I talk about because Elify has all these great programs in here. When I talk to clients, I ask them the specific question: what are you using for follow up? What are you using for CRM? What are you using
Right.
for your website company? What are you using for your planning? And I ask those questions like that because when Ken tells me I got this, and this, okay, what are you paying monthly for all that? Just out of curiosity. And I get the cost from that. And then I say, well, if you're paying all this, don't you have to log in all those different things? What happens if one goes wrong, everything? How do you make them all interact? They don't. Well, I have the same thing. I will pull up the ones that I still have my outside CRM and all other stuff because I've had them and I will eventually cancel them, but they're great to show, hey, Kent, this is what I'm doing. But see, this company here, I have all this together. I can track all of this here, here, here. And the biggest thing for me is the cost for it because I can see the longevity. It's a follow up, a lead generation, a CRM, analytics, a landing page, a social media marketing company, all mixed up in one batch. And wait, there's more. If you actually utilize this, you're actually able to do everything internationally. I was on a call the other night with this young lady, Kathy from Canada, and we was able to talk about everything that we was using across the world just by using this platform. You can do the same thing with your companies, right? I already know the answer. No. So if you might want to look at testing this out, here's a free card to try it out, send it across the board as a QR code, an email, a social media post, or whatever you want to do, and see the clients that you reach out there, how they interact. If it's something you like to do, we can talk about it. If not, thank you, Ken, for your time. That's just one way I use it.
Here's another tip I want to give to people. If somebody doesn't want to pay $20 because they want to make sure that the system works for them, I will never, ever give them the free card. You can give them a free card, but literally all it is a free card. They don't get the campaign building or notified who opens it unless they're part of 10 of the contacts in their contact database. What I'll do is, how about you want to try the system for $1?
That's what I do. Yeah.
Because they get everything for $1. And then if they still want to keep it, then they'll start getting charged 20. But if you give them the free version of this, it is a skeleton compared to everything that they can get for $1.
What do you mean
So
everything for $1?
Yeah, for 1 month.
Everything we just
You
showed
can
you.
try it for 1 month, all of that for $1, and then it's yeah.
Okay.
So it does, when they sign up, it does take their credit card information. So that $1, if they don't cancel, it just automatically charges them $20 after the first month.
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
But
And also,
oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, and I always try to tell people, as soon as you sign up somebody for Shuffle, immediately have them go to affiliate.elify.com.
Yeah.
Because you want them to become an affiliate. Now, if they say, well, I'm never going to show this off to somebody, okay, still do it. Because once they start sharing their cards with people, people can say, that is so cool. How do I get my own? And if they did not become an active affiliate, then they're not going to make any money. And if they start signing up people, it's 30 instead of 20. And the money goes to whoever signed them up. So as a default, I say, okay, great. You signed up for Shuffle. Now go here, activate your affiliate status, because you never know if somebody wants Shuffle and you forgot how to become an affiliate later on.
Jason, to James's point, and he and I have talked about this, for most smaller solopreneurs who can't afford CRMs, like this is now my CRM. And this is the network, this is the entry point for everything. Like when I'm networking, because what you didn't show, you can also from your app, you can take someone's business card and in the app, you can take a picture and it goes into to your contacts. And then when you submit it, it will say, do you want to add your phone contacts as well? Yes, of course you do. But the point I think James was making, and I feel the same way. This is my CRM, my mobile app maker and all of that. And most people, to James's point, instead of saying, do you want a free virtual business card?
Right.
Why not say, hey, we've got a CRM, we've got it's a Swiss Army knife, it's $20 a month. Try it for $1. Beta test it with us for $1 for a month. If you don't like it, cancel it, but you'll love it. Like I don't like to market it as a virtual business card.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a question?
Yeah, so you can use this as like a email collector, like lead pages, have someone fill it out, and then you like a lead capture. What am I trying to say? Like instead of using
Funnel.
a funnel, yeah.
Yeah, it's also ClickFunnels, by the way, for cheap.
Okay.
Because you just build one card that then when they click on this, it goes to another card. When they click on that, it goes to another card, and all the cards look like websites, landing pages, and it goes to another and another until you get them to where you want them to be. And when they fill out the information, it just goes into your shuffle contacts.
Oh,
Let me
cool.
just say one thing to that, Kathy. So yes, and it's great, and I use it all. It's fantastic. If you want also a bit, you can also integrate it with Zapier so that when they fill it out, then they can go into a drip campaign, if that's what you mean, right? Because right now you're capturing their information and you can keep notes on them and you can do all of these other things, but then you still have to take those names and you know what I mean? But if you want, you can also integrate it with Zapier and use it as a full CRM where it will automate.
Yep.
Right. Somebody needs to teach me how to do that.
No, I can teach you how to do that, Stephanie. You and I can
I
get
know a
together.
guy.
You guys do that? Okay, I want to learn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I
Okay.
do
Also,
too.
Kathy, and this is what Kent does all the time. It's so cool. Like it's also you put it on your home screen and it turns into an app. So you basically, oh, you want my card? You click it open. You know what I mean? Oh, who do you want to share the bookmark to? Boom. And it's like there it is.
And then as we were talking about that, anytime you edit and change that card up, they'll get notified.
What, everybody that has your card will get
It will
notified?
change on their phone. It will change. It will update.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Anything else?
Only the best marketing system out there. You can make a lot of money. I'm just going to put it out there. Like you really can. I mean, considering I've done this for
crazy,
less than
Jason, and what's crazy is it's so deceptively. I mean, it looks like it's a Mickey Mouse, not much, but yet when you get into it, you're like, holy mackerel! You can do everything with this. There's almost nothing you can't do, especially with Zapier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the other thing I want to say is that people like James and Kent and stuff, like you could literally say, I want this one, you can make these cards so beautiful and so fast. And you could tell people, look, it's 100 and something, and I'll design 2 of your cards for you. You know what I mean? So you can even make extra money on top of that, you know, and do the cards for them because once you know how to do it, you're so
James
fast.
does that all the time, right, James? You do
I'll make a little tip for you folks. So one of the biggest things that I focus on is I'm a local business operator helper. I don't like the word small business. I like saying local business supporter. So what do we do for local businesses? We want to help promote them. Prime example, everybody here has a favorite hairstylist, except me and Jason. Everybody has a favorite. I had to pick on you, Jason. I had to pick on you, man. Everybody has a favorite restaurant they go to. And one of the big things that all of us want is what? Reviews. So what I do is I actually went to a luncheon last week for my chamber, and we actually had the restaurant. I said, hey, before I got there, I went and got the URL for a review for the restaurant, and I put it onto my tap card. And as I sat there, hey, before we leave, and I made sure I was loud enough, everybody scan this QR code real quick, and let's all leave a review for this restaurant owner here.
Wow, I
And
love
in
that.
15 minutes, that restaurant owner had 40 reviews, and they asked me, what did you just do? Here's the thing. We're the type of people that if you do something nice for me, we are built to say, you know what, how can I pay you back? Well, you're not even paying back, Kathy. I just want you to see what this can do for you. So we're going to help you out by giving you these reviews. If you like to actually utilize this platform to help you out, because I see you got a lot of people going on here. I don't know what company you have to do your CR, your follow-up, or anything you need, but I have a platform I can show you how to utilize this. Just set me up. Let's set up a time later. When you give somebody something profitable and free, they want to work with you. Hey, Elizabeth, I see that you actually own this beautiful coffee shop here. You know what? One of the things that I do, I've actually made a local coffee shop that I call the mom and pop drop. So what I want to do is I want to add your coffee shop to my list. So people ask me, where can I go at? Hey, here's a list of coffee shops. Jason, you know, you got a big heart. I know you're a donation type person. I have a donation card that I call let the money drop here. So I want to put your nonprofit on here, and everybody can actually link, because everybody wants to connect with me and ask me questions. We all should become the connector that
Yeah.
everybody wants to come and reach out to. Because that's how things work, folks. And that's just not a tip. That's the way we should do business, because people do business with people that like, know, and trust. I don't know Elizabeth, but she has a trusting smile. I like Kent, but I've done business with Jason. So that's my statement to you all. And this little background of me. Why am I so good at this? Why am I so excited? I was a recruiter for the Army for 5 years. Everybody thinks joining the military is death. So guess what? I tell people I sell death. You want to get it now or you want to get it later? Icebreaker. Get that objection out of the way. Now that you figured that out, that you're not going to die, because obviously I'm not a ghost talking to you, but let me tell you how we can do things. You need to sit and come up with a plan, implement your plan. Kent is talking about books. Like one of the 2 books that I listened to and I've read or listened to repeatedly is one, Eat That Frog. Quit procrastinating, and whatever you want to do, set that goal and break that goal down in increment pieces. Compound effect. The compound effect is doing those goals step by step, so the big goal just crumbles down. We all have one time played in our life this game called Tetris. Well, Tetris, you know, you got to actually put the pieces and the block falls out. Well, compound effect is inverted. If you break down the small things at the bottom, the big things just drop down to the point that they just drop away. So my closing quote to you is my man Les Brown. To be successful, we want to do things today others won't do, so tomorrow you have the things others won't have. Back to you all.
That's awesome. Next one, James is running the whole thing. Elizabeth, you had a question.
I did have a question. Thank you so much for taking my question. You had mentioned that when you made an update on your card that people actually saw that. So I'm pretty new to what you do. My question is, if I give out a card, then they can download the information directly into their phone. I'm guessing like VCF, download it in. So how does it update them that I've changed my card? How does it update everybody that I've given that card to if I've texted that card, or however that works?
So basically, whenever you edit out a card, when you're done editing it, it's going to ask you, do you want to notify the people you sent the card to that you updated it? And then you hit yes. I don't think it's going to notify the people that you texted and emailed it to, but when they go back to the card, it'll be the new version of it, but it will notify the people you send it to via Shuffle. So other Shuffle users that you sent it to will be actually notified that you changed their card.
Okay, so it's other Shuffle users that use the same card that will actually get the notification, but it's not necessarily, you know, because I was kind of wondering about the privacy things, especially with Apple and Android and stuff like that, if it was actually changing it in their phone, which it doesn't sound.
It's changing it in their phone because it's now the newest version. It's like you having a website on your favorites list in your browser, and the website got updated. When you go back to it, it's the updated version.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much for explaining that. I appreciate it. And thank you again for taking my question.
Yeah, absolutely.
The other
Can I
thing
add to
I would
that?
recommend, based on what James said too, the other thing is, that's why, I mean, and everyone has to make the choice on whether they should do this or not, or want to do this or not. But I mean, there's so many, you know, if you buy the normal $20 a month, you get 10 cards, right? If you just think a little bit about what everyone's just here talked about, you need way more than 10 cards. So the $50, you know, 100 cards, it's a one-time $50 investment. You get 100 cards. I mean, I saw, Jason, you have 99 of 100 cards, and you're probably hoping you could buy another 50. You should buy another 100
You can buy as many as you want. It's $50.
Yeah, but I mean, the point is,
yeah,
the point is, right? Too often people sign up and they get the 10 cards, and then they're not going to think big because they're thinking of business cards. They're like, oh, well, I only have one business. Why do I need more than 10 cards? Right?
Yep. Piggybacking on that, I brought this up last night. I always bring this up. Like you just said, I only tell you one thing. What do I need more than one card for? Well, and I always use the example of essential oils. Okay, you sell essential oils. You only think you need one card? I know of 3 purposes for the oils that the oil people tell me. energy, focus, and sleep. So there's 3 cards right there. If somebody is suffering from focus, you're not going to send them a card that talks about sleep. Send them a card that speaks to what they need. And so don't necessarily make a card based on your company or your product, but make a card based on the benefit or feature that somebody could use your product for.
So you're using your card kind of like a landing page then?
Oh, yes.
Completely
Okay.
like
And never ever delete, never ever delete a card. I give the example
All right,
of a realtor. You create a card to show a house listing. House sells. You're not going to delete the card because think about it. When you delete a card, it breaks the link that that card goes to. But if you edit it and update it with a new house and somebody goes back to that link thinking, hey, remember that house we saw 2 weeks ago? I want more information about it. They open it up. Guess what? It's a different house now. They might prompt a call to the realtor saying, what happened to that other house? Oh, I'm sorry. You snooze, you lose, but I got this one to sell you. But if you delete the card and they try to open it back up, it's a broken link, like a website that went away.
That makes sense. Okay, thank you
All
for
right.
that.
So Elizabeth, you mentioned about landing pages. So I'm trying to not to talk a lot, but Ken is just mentally saying, say something. I'm trying to be quiet. So with the landing pages, what I did with mine, and we're talking about the 100 cards, what I made is I made my hub card. My hub card is actually the one card that I send out, which has the links attached to. Jason made a great example of the essential oils. Okay, yes, I have an oil company. I send an oil card, but here's a card talking about health. And inside that card is a link to the health oils. Inside, I may have a card about sleep, card about sleep oils, something like that. So with the landing page and with Kathy's talking about the funnel, you actually have the ability to create the card and I send that card out. I told you about being a connector. So what I did, my card, my main bio card has been sent out over 2,000 plus times. So when I do an event, hey, we're about to do this event here. I'm going to take the link for this event, put that on my card. So everybody, all those 2,000 people have my card now. See, James just had a new update, and that update now says, hey, click this link to join this Zoom card here. As a DJ, I have the ability, I do a lot of events. So what I do, I'm not going to pass up a fundraiser for somebody. Well, how can we get more people out there? Perfect. I'll just add your fundraiser card to my bio card, and those 2,000 people now see that and will come to your fundraiser. As Jason already alluded to, never ever delete a card because all that card can do is remade and remix. Unlike your paper cards, you know what? Heather's headshots today, I'm sorry, Heather, I'm saying, Kathy's headshot today may change in 3 months. Is she going to just let me go ahead and throw this card away and give me a new headshot? No, she's going to use the card she had till they expire. But if she's got a new, her platform's about something, she's like, we have a person who's an artist. Does that artist has the ability to print out a new card every time he come to portrait? No, but he has the ability to take it to his portraits every time he makes a new one and add to his card and keep his Rolodex of people interested going at that time, folks. So I'm going to be quiet because I got to let you guys talk. I'm a professional trainer. This is what I did for 15 years. I trained people to do marketing and sales, but I'm going to be quiet and tell you this. If you're thinking, what can I do with the Elify card, you're thinking the wrong question. The question is, what can I not do with this? Because there really is nothing you cannot do. There's no one who cannot use this. I don't care if you go to Amazon, if you go to Google, if you go to Apple, which I call Crapple, and say, hey guys, I got this digital card. They don't want the digital card, but they'll have a platform in which they actually can use to track their employees. I'm gonna give y'all this last thing I did. I went to a group that I went to a bunch of salesmen, and I actually didn't sell to the salesmen. I talked to the company owner about how they can use this platform with their salespeople to track the activity, the customers, and everything. Because several times we have turnaround on salespeople, and Elizabeth, she runs a real estate company, and realtors come and go, but all the contacts and customers they had, when you drop their cards, they drop. Not on this account. With this platform, you control all the contacts, all the marketing, all the advertisement, and all the follow-up. So I'm gonna give you one more. If you guys don't use this, you're gonna lose this. Mic drop. I'm out.
That's awesome. Keep it rolling. I was gonna say too, and I know Stephanie, your hand is up as well, but if you want to be shrewd, I mean, I saw somebody actually do this at a networking event for Chamber of Commerce. If you're looking to sign up people for a shuffle, somebody went up to the president of the chamber and said, "You know what I do, right? I do this shuffle system. So I'm going to make you an offer. I'm going to go around the room like I normally do and try to sign up everybody myself. Or I could sign up you as the chamber and have you officially endorse shuffle and have everybody sign up under you. What do you think?" So if you're looking for an organization to endorse it, you could always put them in between you and the people that are signing up, and they could spread the word. And then that way you can maybe get a bunch of new signups because the organization you're all a part of officially endorsed it. And they have
And the
no
organization
idea.
only needs 10 people, and then their shuffle is free.
Yeah, pretty
Right.
much.
Yep.
And that's only on direct level. Imagine those people
On
start
direct level,
signing up
yeah.
others too. Yeah.
Right, on direct level though, yeah.
Yep. Stephanie.
Can I share my screen for 1 sec?
Hold on.
'Cause I want to show you something I'm doing. Oh no, did Kathy? Oh no, there she is.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I just did this. So I'm working with actors now, right? So can you see this?
Mhm.
So this is a postcard that it's just an example, but dear, because I used to be in the industry. So dear, I just wanted to take a moment to thank you again, because you should always thank a casting director. And then it says, scan my QR code, and there's my digital press kit right there. You know what I mean? So anybody that does send out cards or mailbox power, any of those kind of things, these now become interactive cards, And
Mhm.
so I'm very, very excited. So I'm going to be training. She's a very big acting teacher here in LA. And so I'm coming into her group and teaching them all about this. So I just want to say, I mean, you could send cards out to people, just introducing your product and service, or having surveys or whatever you want, and put these little QR codes on and get people to opt into all kinds of stuff.
It's the most extraordinary 1-2 punch there is, I think, now, because it's a Trojan horse. I mean, almost no links. Think about it these days for us, right? When people send us links to things, and almost no links get 100% open rate. But you know what gets 100% open rate? A card in the mail, right? Or a postcard in the mail, right, Stephanie? So it's 100%. I mean, if you get a personal card from somebody you kind of know, you 100% of the time open it. You don't just throw it out without. So now you can open it. But to Stephanie's
They
point,
could talk to you because you could have put a video on the card. and
yeah,
everything.
because now, so it's got the high touch with the high tech combined into one thing. It's magically powerful. It's extraordinary,
Also for Kathy, just so you know, like, you could even say, join my birthday club, click here on the card, and then it goes to the different things, there's just so much you can do.
I have when I send out a real card for a birthday, I have a QR code built into it, where they click on it, it goes to a shuffle card, me sending a video message to them, and then having them fill out a form down below to get a free gift from me.
Right.
So
And it's brilliant because it's a real card in the mail, right? So they're like, oh my God, happy birthday from Jay. And then it takes them deeper into all of a sudden, before they know it, they're in your funnel system and they didn't even know it, right?
Yeah. It's really cool.
So
Yeah,
that's,
as you can tell.
that's all I got. Anybody else have anything, or are we good for tonight?
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Jason.
You're
And
welcome.
thank
Hopefully
you
y'all
all
learned
for
something new.
coming.
Thank you all for showing up.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Okay, Kath, if you need to have any questions or whatever, talk to me.
So I'm just going to sign into my account